James Baldwin was born into hardship, Harlem, 1924, the oldest of 9 children in a tight, crumbling apartment, raised by a strict stepfather who never quite embraced him. The world outside was no gentler. Segregation still reigned. Opportunities for a black boy with a sharp mind and a hunger for truth were scarce. But even then, Baldwin burned. From an early age, he understood something most men never do. He would never be allowed to live quietly. If he wanted to be free, he would have to fight for it. Not with fists or weapons, but with language, precision, courage, the truth, spoken plainly, whatever the cost. He found sanctuary in books. The church became his first platform, his sermons alive with insight, his voice already bearing the weight of something greater. But as he grew, the pulpit could no longer contain his vision. The world was burning, and he couldn't preach his way out of injustice. So he left the church, left Harlem, left America. Paris became his new battleground, not to escape the fight, but to sharpen his blade. In exile, he found clarity. No longer crushed under the daily humiliations of American racism, he could see the entire structure for what it was, a lie held together by silence and fear. And Baldwin never stayed silent. His essays cut through the noise with surgical precision. Notes of a Native Son, The Fire Next Time, Nobody Knows My Name. These were not just books. They were weapons, and he wielded them with Spartan focus. Baldwin didn't just write about Black America. He wrote about the soul of America, the rot beneath the flag, the fear behind the hatred. He spoke to white liberals who thought they meant well, and to the oppressed who were told to wait a little longer. He told both sides the truth, and it made him dangerous, uncomfortable, essential. In a time of revolution, Baldwin stood alone. He wasn't as radical as Malcolm, nor as diplomatic as Martin. He walked a narrow, punishing road between movements and ideologies, refusing to pledge blind loyalty to any group. His loyalty was to the truth, even when it left him without allies, even when it made him a target. That's the Spartan mindset, holding the line alone when everyone else folds. He returned to America in the 1960s and stepped directly into the fire. Interviews, speeches, debates, he never flinched. On national television, he faced smug, white intellectuals who tried to trip him, silence him, outthink him. They failed, because Baldwin didn't argue to win. He argued because silence was complicity. His pain was always close to the surface, never masked, never diluted. He spoke of rage and sorrow, of being black and gay in a country that hated both. But he never begged. He never surrendered his dignity. In his own words, "I am not your Negro." He rejected pity. What he demanded was recognition, respect, justice, nothing less. Even in his most broken moments, Baldwin remained composed. There were no self-pitying memoirs, no cries for sympathy, only the mission, the work, the words. He knew the world wasn't fair, and he didn't waste time wishing it was. He used his voice like a spear, sharp, elegant, and unstoppable. Over time, he became a mentor to the next generation. Toni Morrison, Maya Angelou, Nikki Giovanni. They all drew strength from his resilience. His fire lit theirs. And though history often sidelines those who don't fit neatly into categories, Baldwin was impossible to erase. His enemies tried. Hollywood made him invisible. Academia misquoted him. But truth survives, and Baldwin's words still haunt the halls of power, still break the silence, still call on the next generation to step into the arena and speak without fear. He died in 1987. Not with fanfare or ceremony, but with the quiet power of a man who had done what he was put on this earth to do. He wrote. He told the truth. He refused to lie to survive. Spartans are not forged by comfort. They are forged by struggle, by isolation, by pain transformed into purpose. James Baldwin lived in exile, loved in secret, and fought with language. He left behind no buildings, no armies, no monuments, but his legacy stands taller than most. His life proved that the pen can cut deeper than the sword, and that the mind, once awakened, is a force no tyranny can extinguish. He didn't ask for permission to speak. He spoke because he had to, and the world had no choice but to listen. Order the Spartan Mindset today and embark on your journey toward becoming the leader your world needs. Let your struggles forge you into a warrior of character and resolve. The Spartan Mindset provides a comprehensive and actionable guide to personal development and resilience. Available now for just $19.99. Purchase your copy from the links in the description box below and on this channel's homepage, because your future begins with the right mindset. The Spartan Mindset.